set up here. I have, I'm going to try and zoom it up a little bit. Actually, when I say zoom up, I'm actually just going to move my actual arm of the thing, because it won't let me do it any more than that, because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. I'll get my laptop going in a second as well so that I can see. Let me know if you can see that, whether that's okay. Oh, you can't see my lovely candle now. I've got my desk all nice, and that'll help me actually, so I can see which bits you can see and which bits you can't. I know, if I tilt it very slightly like that, that'll be better. Okay, I'm going to get my laptop going as well, just so I can see you. Let me know how you're doing, and if you want to get some music on, get yourself a cup of tea. I've got some mugwort and licorice tea here. I'm going to be setting up my journal for June, the whole setup for June. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. We'll just have to kind of play it by ear. But if you want to grab your supplies, get yourself a cuppa or whatever you like to drink, some water, and maybe pop some music on. I'll just get my laptop going so I can see if there's anything happening in the chat, because I can't see it on my phone, because that's what I'm using to film the video. So let's get going. I'll see if I can... I'll have to remember to mute this as well, because I know otherwise it gives us feedback. It's been ages since I've gone live, so please bear with me. Oh, I don't know what is happening here. Maybe it's me already actually on here. Yes, okay. That's funny. Okay, so where's the live chat? Can I see it? Yes, okay. Yeah, so if you're watching, just let me know if you can see okay and hear okay. According to me, there's like 4 people joined so far, which is cool. And I can see that you can see my messy desk, but I did tidy up for you guys. So let's have a go. Let's open up and see where we are with this June setup. So basically I have just penciled in so far. You probably can't even really see it on the video, but I like to just kind of pencil it in so I know what each of the pages are going to be, so that when I'm actually setting up, I know what goes where. And I do that because it just makes things easier. So if you already know what spreads and things you want to be including, I'm going to be having my May reflections, which is quite self-explanatory, and then a cover page, and I do like a kind of wellness tracker, fitness challenge thing, a calendar for June, my goals, a list of like everyday magic, which is kind of like things which are tuned into like the lunar cycles and stuff like that, which I do each day. I'm just trying to move things around so it doesn't look a mess. And then a habit tracker goes on the back of that, a daily check-in, which is kind of like a diary. I'll show you that. Astrology notes, my month ahead tarot reading, and my weaver. I take a card each month from the Weaver's Oracle. Clay, Grandmother Turtle was my card. Oh, I can't get that back in. My card for this month, for May. And then into our dailies. So that is what we're going to be doing all together. It is very much going to be like kind of scrapbooky, vintagey theme, because that is what I love. So hopefully this chair is not too creaky. It's my husband's chair and it's so comfortable that I just wanted to have it. So for reflections, I'm going to follow the same format as I have been doing. Much of this is going to be the same format as I've been doing for my last month's setup as well. So I tend to use the colours that I've been using for that month. So for April I was using pink, so I used pink in my April reflections. In May I've been using like a kind of blue and like a kind of dark orange, I suppose, like a burnt orange. So that is what I'm going to use to make this page here. So I find having reflections is really helpful, because it helps me to see like, have I met my goals this month, and what things am I kind of celebrating that I've done well, and what kind of things have, you know, do I still need to work on. So let's do that. So when I'm actually writing, I probably won't be able to chat. So just bear with me. Oh, where's my blues? Here. So in theory now, the way my desk is set up, it is really easy for me to reach everything I need, but no doubt there will be things that I don't have available that I want want to have available. So we'll see how we get on. So yeah, I just had April reflections. Did I meet my goals? And then I've got my goals like kind of broken up into different sections. And to be honest, I think I'll probably do the actual reflecting bit just as I kind of vlog back myself, because that's not really going to be that helpful for you guys anyway to see that. I'll use some of the washi and stuff I've been using this month. I've been keeping my washi on these like little, these are actually pencils, but I've got them on little hooks in front of me, like on like a pegboard. Maybe if you want to see that, let me know and I'll take like a photo or a little mini tour or something of that to show you how I've been using it. I find it really good organising it like that. I've got this really cute like fox washi, which I'm just gonna use on here. I've been using a number stamp to stamp the numbers on my pages. So I haven't actually stamped these pages yet because I'll do them as I go along, because I do cutouts. I don't do it too much in advance because then I'll be cutting pages off and they won't exist anymore. So yeah, I think I'll put a sticker here because it looks a little bit empty. And then I think that'll be it for this spread. So I'm not going to look at this with the blue. And most, like all of the things I use, I will have shown in different videos and stuff like that. I'll try and keep an eye on the chat, and if you're not sure about anything or you want to know what anything is, then ask and I will check. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for my May reflections. Oops. Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that. It's kind of basic, but that's fine. You know, some spreads just are. That's annoying because that keeps coming up now. I can put a bit of glue under it if need be. Okay, so what I'm going to do for my title page is I am actually going to cut. I want to create something. I've been doing these like cutouts. So each month there's been like kind of a layered start to the month, and I've been finding that really, I just enjoy it. It's fun and it looks good, I think. So I'm going to do similar. Oh, I didn't start May in here. Where's my last one? Here we go. I'll show you a couple of others that I've done as well. So this one was April. Again, that kind of layered effect. And this one was March. So all kind of a little bit different, but the same kind of idea, you know. So I'm going to start by picking, I kind of had a little look at some colours I think I'm going to use for June. Normally in June I tend to use kind of really like sunny colours, like a burnt yellowy, like an ochre or something like that. But I'm actually thinking, I was looking through this catalogue. I find catalogues really good for, especially like really gorgeous ones like this. This is for a brand called Toast, which is like a really expensive but ethical and nice brand. I found this picture and I think I'm going to use this for my like the basis of my page. So I think I'll use this part of it. And yeah, you can see I'm kind of just, you know, I'm winging this, and that's what I love about having a more kind of vintagey collage-y style journal, is that you can, I think I can come down here and then keep these two there. Yeah, when you've got a more like vintagey style, you can, it doesn't have to look perfect. Like I absolutely love the look of people when they do these really gorgeous like minimal bullet journals. I really do love that whole like aesthetic, but I even though it's like in theory sort of easier in some ways because it's more minimal, I think it's a lot less forgiving than a more rough and ready like maximal approach. So should I fold? I should probably fold that, shouldn't I, to make sure I get a decent line, being as you're watching me. Oh, Yana, hi! So I think I'm a bit ahead of what's actually happening in the chat. So Yana says, hey, I'm so happy I didn't miss this. Listening in from my seaside walk. Oh, that sounds amazing. She also says happy dark moon, which is, yeah, so we are approaching the dark moon. And I think this one is going to be, I'm kind of excited for this one. I think it's really like innovative. There's a lot of like change making going on in the sky at the moment, and like if we can kind of lean into that, then I think that's really powerful. So I'm actually going to cut, I don't know, I'll stick it first and then we'll cut. So I'm just using a glue stick. I know those like nice, that thing's still going on my nose. I'm going to put a bit of extra glue on that, I think, as well. Oh, I'm making it worse. Bullet journal fails in progress. Yeah, those like glue, those things that leave like those little bits of glue on it look really good, but I've never actually got around to getting one. We've always got glue sticks, so I just kind of use them what I've got. I do sometimes also use like a pot of glue because I think that's a bit more environmentally friendly. But not today. Okay, so I'm gonna... Oh, sorry, Cara. I was a little bit early. Hiya, Claire. Maybe a little bit early. I don't know. I don't think I was early. Maybe I got the time. Maybe the time difference was not quite. Maybe I didn't quite have that quite right. Okay, so I'm gonna trim up this line here, which should give us a nice edge. So let me know, are you actually doing your journal along with me? I like to think that you are. While we do it together. So there we go. That's nice, I think. Actually, I think I'm feeling maybe like a bit of black or something. So I want to get now like another flap here. So I want something that's going to go here, and then there'll be another cut out before my calendar page. So I think I'll cut first on this one so I can get the distances that I want. I kind of want to be here. I don't think you can see the pencil lines, but I've kind of lightly penciled in where I want it to be. So I think I'm going to go here. There, okay. And then I'm going to use this little piece here. So it's kind of like joining back in with that again there, and then we'll find something else to go in between. And I'm already liking how this is shaping up. What do you think? Let's get that stuck down. Oh, Cara said you're just getting out of bed. Sorry. Yeah, get your journal out. Come on, let's do this. It's going to be good. It's going to be fun. So I'm just going to kind of randomly stick glue on here on the bit that I think I want. And let's see. It needs to come in like about there, but I don't want it to go too far in because I want to be able to still see those lovely pots. Okay. Yeah, okay. So that's cool. I will obviously use some like washi to tidy this up and just kind of make it a bit more blended, I guess, is what I'm looking at. Oh, thinking this as I'm working on my June weeklies while watching. Very cool. So have you already done your month setup then? That is impressive. I normally do mine like a kind of week. I suppose it kind of is a week in advance. It's not quite a week, is it? But I'm usually about a week in advance because I like to have my weekly set up, but then I thought I would like to do this live. So you can, as you'll see, my desk will just get more and more carnage as we go along, and we just have to live with that. That is just, it is what it is. I don't know how people manage to do these pristine journals where everything is like, just stays perfect the whole time. I'm just going to corner around this, if it'll let me. I might have to do it again if I add some washi to it as well. In fact, I won't do that one. But I am going to do this one. I think I'm going to do this one on a large setting. I just like it when it kind of is not sharp, although this one does not want to be rounded. And sometimes they don't. If they're sticking out a bit too much, I'll take a bit off that. And then do it. There we go. Okay, So what shall I use for this bit? Okay, so I'm gonna have to move my laptop to get under there. The first time you've been that early. Well, that is cool. So I keep one of my old journal boxes with like small ephemeras, I call it, in there. And I might use like a little piece of, probably that, a bit dark maybe. That, yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, so we use a bit of this in this gap here. Yeah, cool. Okay, and I'll obviously also use it there, but I'll probably put like, I usually put like a little bit of washi or something across the join, because annoyingly these are like kind of made for A5 journals, not B6 or whatever mine is. I always forget. So yeah, let's just trim that there, I think, to get that nice edge. I like the way that it's kind of picking up, the gold and silver is kind of picking up the blue and the yellow. I think that is really nice. So I'm all over that. I think like I spend quite a lot of time in my monthlies doing this more kind of like structural work. It's like I've got to get the like the cutouts and the structure of it in place, and the actual filling in of the actual pages doesn't take very long then. See, I find it hard to speak and do. Okay, so I just need that little piece there. Okay, good. Ah, well done, Kyra. Get yourself out of bed. Don't you get your computer though? You want to be at your desk. I suppose your desk and everything is all set up like that, isn't it? So that's cool. And yeah, you guys, I think, looking at the video, from where I feel like I am to where you are is, it seems to be like fairly laggy behind. So we'll see if that catches up. So this might look a little bit rough and ready at the moment, but well, you might think it looks a bit rough and ready at the end as well, but I won't. I'll feel like it looks beautiful, so it's all good. So that's the kind of bones of what I'm doing here. Okay, and I am going to corner around this and this. Nice. Okay, so let's get some washi on the edge of this to tidy it up. I think I'm just going to use a blue, or maybe I'll use, yeah, I think I'll use this. This is quite thick, but I think it's going to work. Like, I don't do a lot of planning out in advance. I kind of see what I'm left with and work it from there. I suppose I kind of like to lean into it as being a kind of spiritual process as well, the actual journaling itself. It's not just like the holder of my sort of spiritual and magical growth. It is like the actual journal itself is like part of that. That probably sounds really obvious actually. But yeah, I definitely feel like it's a kind of co-conspirator in the journey. Oh, I'm sorry to spoil your Saturday morning lie-in, Kyra. I'm glad you managed to have a little lie-in. Okay, so we have this, and I don't really have any like yellow washi, which I probably should have considered before. But this could work, I think. How about that? Doing that little gappy bit there. I like that. Okay. So this is what we have. I'm gonna have a quick sip of tea. Nice. Oh, that's good. Okay. Okay, so this is going to be my like fitness tracker. So I tend to do this as, let's get rid of those pencil lines. I know what this is now. Sorry if that's shaking the camera around a little bit. I haven't got a perfect setup here. So basically just do it as a like a simple kind of cross out tracker basically. Oh, and I haven't crossed out these, so I need to do that for myself because I have been doing them. I've been doing really well with it actually, and it's really helping to have it like that. So pencil here. I'll just mark out, so there's 30 days in June, so I'll probably do like 10 rows of 3, which would probably be nice. And let's see how many squares we've got left here. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I've got 15 there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think I'm going to do them in 5s. I could do 7s actually, couldn't I? Because I've definitely got 7 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. So I'll do 7 across. Was that 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, 7. Yeah. And then I'll do the same here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is why grid markers don't usually work for me, because I just do slightly different sizes all the time. 4, 5, 6, 7. And then it's going to be 10 down. So that is where my grid marker will come and help. I don't think I've even put it in the back of this one. I never remember. I think it's 45 in these journals. 46 squares. So if I want 10, I'll do 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope this all makes sense. 1, 2, 3, 4. It should when I join it up. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 10 yet? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. Okay, so let me just get that last dot in place so it's good. Oh, not there. There. And I did get some colours out. I think I'm going to use this darker blue, even though it's the same blue that I was using there. The light blue I've got is a bit, or maybe not, a bit too light. Do you think that's too light compared to that? Yeah, let's have a look. I think I'm going to do it with this. No, I'm not. I'm going to use the darker blue. I think it'll be nicer for the whole thing. Kind of more in keeping with the washi as well. I've been just buying, instead of like kind of thinking about my washis and stickers and like how they're going to fit in specific threads this year, because I'm just going more like vintagey overall and more kind of collagey, just playing more, which has been really nice. I am just buying stickers and washi that I like and then just figuring out a use for them. So that might seem like less intentional, but it actually feels nice. And like I've identified now doing this today that I obviously have a slight gap in my yellow washi, although if I went and raided the kids washi collection I would probably find what I needed in there, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to stick with what I've got here. So now this should make, in theory, 30 boxes for my June wellness and kind of workouts and stuff like that. If you don't do anything like that, then obviously you don't need this spread. But I've been finding it really good, and I've liked having it just tucked in under my front cover, so it's really hard for me to ignore it. Okay, nearly there. Yeah, and if you're a neat freak, it's probably making you cringe seeing me do this like this. So sorry if that's the case. I'll turn it so I can get a clear. so weird like talking while I'm doing this, because normally it's kind of like a quiet time while I'm journaling. I do like to listen to like music, but it's all good. Okay, so I'm liking that I went with a darker blue, even though I have used that in May as well. I think that's okay, isn't it? We don't mind that. I'm going to use this yellow, I think, when I do actually. So I think I'm going to put a dates on with this. And this is where we figure out if I've actually put the right number of boxes. Or if you've spotted that I haven't, you're like, yes, you haven't. I'm so much like less precious with my journal again now, and I'm loving it. It's just nice. It's also making me feel like I can take more risk in here as well. You know, because like, what's the worst that can happen? It really doesn't matter, does it? Okay, so that's all of the days. I did count correctly, so go me, yay. Okay, yeah, Kyra, sorry. It's for my wellness and my like kind of workouts and stuff. I have been doing workouts. So I mark on when I've got rest days, and then what workouts I'm going to be doing and that kind of thing. So I'm not actually going to fill in all of that for you guys, because you know that's going to be boring for you to watch anyway. But I just wanted to kind of get, like I say, get the bones of it all in place, so that it can easily be filled in. Maybe I'll use that other blue now and write June. Yeah, let's do that. June. And maybe I'll get a grey. It's maybe a bit light. Slightly darker grey. That's basically the same. Oh, fun. Okay, that's good. Still light, but it's okay. Okay. So sometimes I'll put like a kind of motivational quote or something up along here just to kind of keep me focused. Look at this already, it's utter chaos around. Oh, but no, I kind of love it, so it's fine. So I haven't put a title on this yet, and I really liked how I did it here. So I think I might do a similar kind of thing again. Maybe I'll do, yeah, I think I'm going to use black, and I'll do it with white pen, and then I'll cut it out and we'll stick it on, maybe even like here along this join of the colours. So let's do that. It never really works as well as you hope it's going to, I find, with these gel pens. If you've got like a white pen that actually works well on white, then let me know, because I find like they'll work for a bit and then they don't seem to work. Lilac water, oh, that sounds lovely. Have you got lilacs growing with you now? Okay, so I'm going to try to do it with this pen. Is that going to be a good size? Yeah, kind of. I've also got like a jelly roll. I'll see if I can kind of beef it up a bit with that. You can kind of thicken the lines to make it look a bit better. Yep. I think I'm going to fuss with it too much. I'll try and get a little bit more paint out of this. Yeah, look at that. That's better. Sometimes just needs a bit of warming up. This one is one of those supposed to be like a chalk marker pen. I use it to do like labelling on my jars and stuff. I find it's also quite nice for writing on. I think it was just a cheap one off Amazon. Yeah, see, it doesn't really work if you do that. It's supposed to be like used on blackboard, which is why I think it just kind of like sinks into the paper. Okay, that looks okay, I think. And it doesn't look that great, but I find that when you then cut it out, it seems to look good. So, oh, that sounds so lovely. Lilac is so gorgeous as well. I love the smell of lilac. And I probably like a Venus herb. I would have thought a Venus plant as well. So it would be very Venusian and useful for attraction and all those kind of good things. So yeah, that's a lovely thing to be making and doing. I'm just going to go roughly around here for a sec, and then I can I still keep the bits like that because I find I do come back to them. Oh yeah, of course, yeah. An at-home Venus. That is lovely. And my Venus is in Cancer, my moon is in Taurus, and so my moon and Venus are in mutual reception, and so I like always feel a kind of extra well, Venus is my chart ruler as well, so I obviously feel kind of connected from that point of view, but I feel like it kind of amplifies my moon connection as well somehow. So I'm going to go around this E a little bit more. This is a little bit finicky, but I think it looks kind of cool. And you can go more, like you can even go, maybe I will do that actually, maybe I'll go more into the actual letters themselves a little bit. Although sometimes then you're like, oh, I wish I'd never done that. So we shall see whether this will be one of those times. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's like you can make it, and if you decide you don't like it, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It's like a good place for experimental play and magic. So you're probably not taking as long as me to make your title if that is what you're doing now. Or maybe you're taking even longer. Maybe you're doing a gorgeous, elaborate painting for yours. That's what's so great, isn't it, about journals, is that we can really make them our own. How about that? That's okay, isn't it? Let's get that stuck on. Oh, Taurus with Venus and Aries. That's an interesting placement for Venus. Venus is not super happy in Aries. But like it obviously depends what else you got going on as well. And I think like a lot what house it is too. Okay. Let's have a look at that. What do you think of that? I think that's looking pretty cool. So far we've got June, and then we've got the fitness tracker. I'll probably stick something on here actually as well. I'll come back to that and add to that as well. And now it's calendar time. So let's rip out the pencil. Oh, I love it. Yes, Cara, if you don't watch Cara's channel already, she does really lovely planning videos. I love how you use your cards to influence the colour palette as well. I think that's really cool. I'm going to get my with my computer again. Try and keep the lead of my phone out of the way. Oh, that's funny. Look, they've used yellow for here as well. Maybe that kind of subconsciously influenced me in my choice of colours. So I'm going to just get this is the Astrakal Moon Diary, which I find amazing. I did like a flip through of this ages ago now. I do one every year, so you know, you probably have seen this. So here's June. So it starts on a Wednesday. It's my birthday on the Saturday. Okay, so Mars in Aries. So okay, so your Mars is stronger than although I suppose if with Taurus rising, then Venus is your chart ruler. Oh, that's a really interesting combination. Chart ruler and Mars in its own sign. Yeah, I think that's actually quite good because that's going to help them to balance each other out, I think. Right. So I'm going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how I did it last time. So similar to this, really, although I think maybe I went a bit further. Okay, because I can start here then. I think that's about the same place. Hopefully. Oh no, maybe it's there. Okay, that's cool. I'll just start from the bottom then, probably. And I did 1, 2, 3. I'll do it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, cool. Okay. So do I want to start right at the edge? So I think I probably will go in a little bit like that, like I did last time. So if I go into, so I'll go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the bit if it's doing like a filmed plan with me, it would be I would have already done this and you wouldn't be hearing me counting it all out and doing it like this, so sorry. But hopefully if you're doing it with me as well, then can I count and speak? I don't think I can. Then it's, you know, you're doing your own counting as well, mapping out your calendar too. Okay, so is that all I need? I need 4 boxes up, so 1, 2, 3, 4, yes. And I think it's 6 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. Okay, so I did remember that, right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I need to go up to do mine. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, because the month finishes on a Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So that's going to be the bottom of the calendar there. That should hopefully be, hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll just put these in as well to make sure I stay where I'm supposed to be. And I think I'm going to use that yellow to draw this out. And I usually do like a kind of thicker line at the top. Oh no, Kyra, I'm sorry you're making a big mess. I'm sure you can fix it. You can fix it. It's going to be fine. Okay, so yeah, this is not going to give me the thickness that I was looking for, but it's okay. We can work with this. I usually do. I'll show you back on the last one. I kind of make a thicker line at the top to be like the where the date and everything goes. It's actually giving me an idea. I think I might use 2 colours to do it. Yeah. So that's a bit wonky. They're all a little bit wonky. That's also nice, I think, as well, about having it, you know, life is a little bit wonky. It's just that kind of thing. So I wonder if I use that light blue, and if I do this will be like. So this is kind of what I mean by playing and not worrying too much about it. And yeah, sometimes you do mess up and you don't like it. But it doesn't matter. I think it's a really good actual life lesson, to be honest, about messing up and turning over. Okay. So now the question is, do I use the blue to do... I wonder. So I'm doing the yellow for the horizontal lines because I've already done that. So do I use the yellow for the vertical? I think I do. I think I stick with the yellow for the vertical lines as well. And by magic, the calendar should be being formed. I really like the calendar spreads. I think they're just like so simple. But it's like one of my most used spreads in the... Oh, hey Liz, Oldie's Cottage, it's nice to have you here. I just read that my setup is mostly washi, and like, yeah, my setup is mostly stickers, so, you know, it's all good. I think that's what's nice, isn't it, is you can just use what you like to use. I've been watching loads of art videos lately, and it's just been so nice to, because I've done art in for like A level, which is like the kind of high school grade here, like the higher high school grade. I don't know how it would translate like in other places. And I also then went to like art college, not like for a degree, but just it's like kind of like a foundation degree, I think they call it, like in between like school and university. And I never actually went on to uni to do art. I did English literature in university, which I absolutely loved. I actually did art after that. I went back and did art, which was a really cool experience. It was very strange because I was like the oldest person doing it by far in in art college. Well, I suppose I wasn't actually. There was a couple of other like mature students, but they were kind of almost like proper mature students. And yeah, I felt like I was just kind of like somewhere in the middle. Oh, that looks kind of cute, I think. That's nice. Maybe I'll use some blue on this edge as well. Maybe this blue. I don't know if this is enough left on this. I've got a feeling this is almost run out. I got a minor in creative writing. Yeah, I did, when I did my degree, I did English literature with creative writing, and I really enjoyed it. Although like I only had 6 hours of lectures a week, which seems like ridiculous now, especially the amount of money people pay to go to university now. When I went in the UK, it was still free. I say free, you know, like paid for by people's taxes, I guess. So it wasn't like you didn't have to pay for it yourself. So that's going to be no good. There's only a tiny little bit left. Where's that other blue that I had? I think that's going to be a bit dark, but never mind. We will go with it, because we are embracing the washi. I haven't written like June or anything on it yet either, which I will do. I don't want to cover up the yellow, I want to still be able to see it. Okay, so that's actually, I think that looks okay. Yeah, there's one I kind of want. So this is kind of turning into a little bit more like abstracty than I was expecting. I think probably just taking the vibe from these vases. So I've got this washi, which will I show if I do it? I think that doesn't matter. I think I'm going to put it here. embrace that whole kind of almost like mid-century kind of vibe that is going on with this setup so far. Right. I need to write June on here somewhere, don't I? So I think I'm going to write it in here. There's a small gap, but I think I'm going to do it. Sorry, the dog's barking because someone's knocking the door, but I'm pretty sure it's my son. I can see my husband outside, so I'm sure he will let him in. Yeah, so that's okay, isn't it? June calendar. I might find like a little quote or something to go there, but not for a minute. And yeah, I can see an online thing that is just going crazy and crazy. Oh, hey, Carrie! Yeah, Frodo is barking in the background. I've shut him out of the room because I didn't want him to be, like, he tends to want to go in and out, in and out, in and out all the time. So I was like, right, oh look, my teapot even matches. Oh, I'm so just like in this whole light blue situation today. What is going on with that? Funny. Okay. It's funny how things work out like that, isn't it? It's like the colour you just need. I needed this colour obviously today, and maybe for June. Blue is not one I gravitate towards that much, although I suppose like I did use it last month as well, or this month, but as a more of like an accent with the like orangey colour mainly being the main. Oh, it's good to know actually. It's kind of in there, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm going to write the dates on now, or maybe I'll write the days first actually, if I get, I want like a kind of thicker, I don't know if I want black though, dark grey. Yeah. Yeah, so this is a lot less like kind of whimsical and cottagecore than my diary is generally being this year. But I think that's okay. I might add some more like if I add, it's amazing how you can kind of like change the mood of it with just a little bit of adding some different things. Like I think if I put something like this on here, see how like straight away that's kind of making it a little bit more, softening it somehow, you know, like making it not quite so like, you know, the technical term. Oh dear. Now I want to do my, I'm going to use, no, maybe I'll use, yeah, I'll use an 08 fine liner for this bit. I'm just going to put the dates on the month. And obviously just when I add some stickers and things like that as well, it will completely change the feel of it as well. My chair's creaking away. Sorry if that's distracting. I'm going to have to do something about that if I'm going to do like live videos. Let me know what you think. Would you like doing it live as well? Oh, sorry, Claire. Back to work. I hope you are having a nice day and that you enjoy finishing your work. Oh wow, the tuition where you went tripled in 22 years. It's just so crazy, isn't it? Why have I missed? Oh, I've missed a line now, have I? 22 hours, it's another 13 points. Oh my gosh, I've literally done a whole extra. Why didn't you tell me? I've got a whole extra week. Why have I got a whole extra week? How did that even happen? But that's exactly the kind of thing, isn't it? It's like, you're like, wow. Oh, hey, walking my path. Oh, Carrie, you could definitely go live. Like, I feel like how many people? There's 16 people, it says here now at the moment. I can totally hang out with 16 people, you know, even as like a borderline introvert, I am. That feels kind of safe and fine. Yeah, I can't believe I've done that. So that's hilarious. I'll come back and probably put something here, maybe some sort of collagey thing or something like that over that. I don't know how I managed to give myself a whole extra row, but it is what it is. I suppose I could start and do the first week of July, but I don't really want to do that. I'd rather cover it up with something fun. Maybe even just like some stickers or something, we'll see. Okay, I'll do my full moons and things like that on here. Oh, I'm afraid no one would come. Oh, okay, I'm always afraid like more people will come and I'll be like, oh, but you know, it's fine. And like if no one would come, that also would be fine because I could just be, you know, it's nice then as well, isn't it? You can just kind of have a bit of quiet time. And like I'm sure like you guys won't be able to stay for this whole video because it's going to be long because like we're only just getting I'm only doing my calendar page and there is lots and lots to do, so I think I'm going to do the full moon. I'll do the dark moons first and I'm going to make them like fully dark circles. So there's only one actually, isn't it, because we've had just literally going to be having one at the end of this month, so it's the 29th. So there's our dark moon. I think I'm going to use this for my full moon as well. Oh, let's put that back in my ephemera box so it doesn't get swallowed up. Oh, hi Jude. Oh, so nice to see you. And you're completely welcome. I'm glad you've joining in the fun. Okay, so full moon. It's going to be kind of blue still, but you know, it is what it is. Oh, okay, it looks kind of eclipsed. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to put the new and the full this month. And I will write on with a smaller fine liner the signs that the moon is in through the month. What did I do that then? Okay. That's kind of bugging me now, that extra month. See, I wouldn't have done that if I'd been talking at the same time. Oh, it's telling me. Oh, I'm totally fine with being around in the background. That is, that's nice. I kind of feel like I'm just, you know, we're keeping each other company while we're getting on with our lives, isn't it? Which is lovely. I was going to drink my candle then. Oh dear, dear. Yeah, I got this gorgeous scented candle. There's not much left of it now though, which is sad. I definitely don't want to be drinking it. That would not be a good idea. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that for a minute and I'll come back to it when I've got a bit of inspiration of how I'm going to fix that. So let's get on to the goals page. And what I've been doing is kind of like just really simple, really, just kind of making it set up. I might do this again because I really liked how that looked, so maybe I'll use the same paper as we used at the start to make that, although this is shiny, so I don't know if it'll come out on that. I could try with a biro and that might work. It might smudge with a fine liner, we can try that. And yeah, so let's do that. Let's try fine linering on this. Okay, it works okay. So let's get the stencil down. It's so good now I've got things organised. I'm literally just like, oh, this there, this is here, and I'm just got everything in easy reach, which is so cool. Okay. Yeah. It is hard to talk and create at the same time. Thank you for seeing me as I am trying my best. This is why you don't see these like professional bullet journaling accounts going live, isn't it? Because it's just too easy to mess up. Okay. I'm trying to be more like, I suppose less ambitious with my goals is probably a good way of describing it. it's like I am taking less on, but actually doing more of the things I'm taking on. That is the approach that I've been taking. Oh yeah, you're gonna go and get dressed, Cara. That is cool. Is, you know, I was in my pajamas for quite a long time, and you are, I don't know what time it is for you. Like it's the afternoon for me here now. But I like to stay in my pajamas as long as I can. I was going to say on a Saturday, but basically every day. I sometimes will take the dog out and everything still in my pajamas. There's just something nice about that, I think. There's also something nice about getting kind of dressed and showered and everything, and nice as well. I think I've been feeling the cozy a bit more than the like getting ready lately. So yeah, I'm just basically doing a bit of stenciling for this goals, and then I'll just cut it out like a kind of tag and use some washi with that. Yeah, so that looks good. I'll go just underneath here like this, and I will like corner around it, I think, just to make it a little bit neat. The dog hates, Frodo hates the corner rounder. If he's, that's one of the reasons why I keep him out, because he hears me corner round him and he always wants to go out. He hates that like punching. If I'm doing any like tarot deck mod stuff, and I'm like, if I've trimmed and then I'm rounding corners, he hates it. I think I'm gonna need a new one at some point though, because I think I have like blunted this one by using it too much. Okay, so that's kind of cute. Maybe it needs something underneath it though to make it stand out a bit more, because it's a bit lighter. So I have got a little bit of that blue. What did I do with that? The blue that I had left over from, I think it's just under here, yeah. So maybe we'll put a bit of this blue on this page as well. Let's see. With this and this. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to cut. I'll stick that on first and then just cut it. Do I want it on the darker bit or the light bit? I think the lighter bit actually. I like it that with that. Oh, hey Danielle. It's good to see you set up. It doesn't take 10 minutes. Yeah, like even when I'm not talking, it does take me a couple of hours, which is why I said when I'm starting this live that I just don't know how long it'll take, because it normally takes me a couple of hours, and that is without talking and making mess up. So, oh, 10:26 where you are. Is that in the US? And Liz said it's been a lot more minimal recently, but want to make more effort for June. Yeah. Oh, hey Savannah, that's cool. Don't worry, we are, you know, I'm pretty much not that far in, to be honest. Don't let that dishearten you if you are watching. There we go. That's cute, yeah? I think so. Okay, so, oh my gosh, can we do that? I don't even know how I would do that. You'd have to, we can, you'll just have to talk me through it. Because, you know, I'm not the best with the tech stuff, but yeah, I that would be fun. Okay, what shall I use? Shall I use this? Maybe this? Maybe something a bit softer. What about this? I've got this washi here. Nope, not that Halloween washi. That is not what I'm looking for. But maybe this. I go. So again, with this page, I'm just going to kind of set up the bones of it and come back and actually fill out my goals for June when I know what they are. Which I don't at the moment until I've done my reflections for May. which I'll do. Well, you know, we're coming to the end of the month now, aren't we? Oh, okay, yeah, I'm up for that for sure. That would be fun. I just read your message, Gary, that this is so fun because I didn't find your channel until after you did your famous setup for the New Year Journal Lives. That's amazing. Yeah, I don't know if they're famous, but that was really good fun, and I was so happy because, like, I don't think, like, journaling, I don't know whether it's just in my head that it seems to be like more people know about it now, but I feel like bullet journaling was like kind of not so known about then, so I feel like it did really help people to find where they wanted to kind of start with their journal. So yeah, I feel really happy that I've made. What colours are you going for then, Caro? What are your colours? I'm obviously going for blue and yellow this month. Definitely need a sticker on there. That's looking a little bit like bland at the moment. Let's see what we've got that might perk that up a little bit. Maybe this. What I found with this book, which I love, I did like a flip through of this, is what I've noticed I'm doing more now is I'm tending to look at the backgrounds, because the sticker backgrounds are all, they're not all different, but there's like a few pages with like green backgrounds, a few with purple, a few with pink, a few with blue, that kind of thing. So, although that's also nice. I'm finding I'm aiming for the backgrounds first. Like, I knew I wanted like a blue background. Maybe I'll use this hand, or maybe I'll use this hand. I'm going to go with this hand. No, I'm not. I'm going to go with this hand. Okay. Yeah. So it's like, if I go with the background, I know that it's going to kind of already blend in with what I'm doing on that page, which I like. So that's good. Oh, light sage and dark grey with a purple and orange. Oh, wow. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah, like not very summery. But then I suppose neither is blue and yellow, is it? Maybe it just doesn't feel like a very summery summer. I don't know. So I'm going to cut this whole page in half. And this is to make my habit tracker and my everyday magic spread. I keep all of these and use them for like note making and sometimes for covering cock-ups, which I'm definitely going to need to do in the spread. So let me see what I show you what I did last time. It's basically like an everyday magic, and I put the moon phases down here, and so I know like certain days are good for like nail care, or certain days are good for like, oh, I don't know, having your hair cut and things like that. So that's what I've been doing, and that's what I'm going to continue to do. I think I did it with like a bit of washi, which looked good, so I might do that again. Yeah, I like taped it off, so let's do that. A little bit of skinny washi I need. I don't really want, oh yeah, this one is good for that because it's kind of like, although I find I use these like little thin ones quite a lot. They've just got like, I don't know if I can find the end. Chat amongst yourselves, guys, chat amongst yourselves. Oh, there it is. I feel like I want to put some of that here as well, actually. Yeah. Okay. Let's go here. And I'm going to write the month. I should probably have gone a bit longer, but you know, it's fine. It's basically just writing over it so that when I peel it off, it will have made a nice space for my header. I think I'll use that darker, yeah, there we go. I could have used the yellow, but I think I'm going to use the yellow to do the line down here. And normally I don't bother measuring it, but I will, because I've already made mistakes. Let's make sure I don't make any more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 27, 28, 29, 30. So if I go down to there, that should be sweet. I'm going to do 2 rows with this pen. The colour is so good, which is why I wanted it. But it's not very thick, so it's hard to get that thickness of line with it. And there we go. Let's get rid of that. I'll be doing magic. Yeah, I've been absolutely loving the journaling. I've been doing so much of it lately. I'm totally like, oh, hang on, is that an 8? I don't want it as big as that. Yeah. Ooh, let's go back to the 3. I don't want enormous numbers. Yay, it actually worked out perfectly. Okay, so yeah, I'll go through and put the moon, I'll just start that so you can see, but you will, you know, you understand, I'm sure already. So when it's like this on the, and it's going to be moving into the next one really early in the day, then I just put the one that it is going to be, because I'm not going to be getting up before 6:49 to be doing doing anything particular unless it's something very special. So Saturday is going into Leo, and then on the 6th is going into Virgo, and on the 8th I'm going to put the 9th, Libra, and then into Scorpio on the 11th, and Sag I'm going to put it for the 13th. And there's the full moon on the 14th, and it's the Sagittarius full moon. That's at 12:52. I do send like a newsletter, I call it, because I think I'm so clever like that. Out each month with like information about the moon phases and stuff, which is on, if you want to sign up for that, it's on my website. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat now. Yeah. Oh, okay, Kai, that's so funny how you're saying you're getting into it all in one book. It's I am feeling like I've been all in one book now for a few years, and I'm starting to feel like I might go the other way, and I'm thinking I'm going to start a separate tarot journal again. I've been doing so much tarot lately, and like even more than normal. And so I feel like it might actually be useful for me to have the tarot in its own separate journal. So yeah, yeah, we will see. Yeah, I'll go through and like refine this later when it's not when I'm not like having to chat at the same time, because it's like I definitely want to get this right. So basically, yeah, here I'll just fill in the things I'm going to be doing, like the magical things. And like when I say magical things, some of them are just things like have a foot bath, do a meditation. They're not like you know, summon Moloch or anything like that. Yeah, so people talking about how that whole thing about having one book, 2 books, you know, I've been for a long time now like one book to rule them all, and I just wanted it all in that one place. And now I feel like I'm not, I really think that it's it's definitely a very personal thing for sure, that you need to kind of figure out what works for you. But also it is it is kind of romantic, like you said, Savannah. It's like kind of a romantic thing, because you can get kind of tied into like, oh, this is important to me, I must have a separate book for this, and this is important to me, I must have a separate book for this. And then it's not actually helpful to have separate books for all of those things. And so yeah, I'm not explaining it very well. I've definitely got, maybe I think I'll probably like come back to that like in another video, because I feel like it's something that especially as I feel like I'm going the other way myself at the moment with it. So I'll, yeah, oh gosh, wrong way around. I'll come back to that, I feel like. Let's get some of this stuff away, because it's getting a bit overwhelming down here right now. Yeah, this is looking a bit more blue than summery, isn't it? So I might need to do something about that. Maybe I'll do a bit of like stamping with that yellow, maybe. I don't know. I don't want it to be too like leery though either. Okay, habit tracker, you know, it's just standard. I'll probably use that light blue for that actually. So I'm just going to do it really similar to what I've got here, which I'm going to use that light blue because that's nice to write over. And I'll go, what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4 lines down, and then basically all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I usually use like a pale grey to go everywhere, just so that it keeps it as just light. Not as light as I would like. Make this one lighter. You can't sometimes tell from the Tombow lids, they're not always a good representation of what the colour actually is, I find. So you do have to kind of try them out. I just wanted something really pale like that. But yeah, I like to go every other just to make it easier. I find it helps me when I'm actually filling it in to know what line I'm on. Obviously it's not perfect or neat or anything like that, but okay. So I need 30 spaces. Where did I start on the last one? Sorry, I keep flicking back through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so 10 I went, and I had plenty of room to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, cool. I'm not even going to try and talk while I do this. She says while talking. Probably should have used an even smaller fine liner. Great. And habit tracker, I think, in the yellow. Yeah, these pens are just not as like flexible of tip as the Tombows. This is a Faber-Castell artist pen, and I love the colours, but they're just not oh, you guys are still talking about the book. I want to do that. Whenever I start a second one, I really get into the second one, then my bullet journal languages. Yeah, and that's it as well, isn't it? It's like what you've got the energy to maintain as well is important, because the whole point of the books is that they support you and not make you frazzled. I really want to use this, but it is too big. But I think I might be able to. What about if I do this? I think that should fit nice. Oh, I've still got a little bit more sticker. I can use another time then to Okay, so slightly encroaching on the habit tracker, but not very much, and I think worth it. Okay, so let's rub that out, and we can come back and beautify that up a little bit more later as well. Adding some creative journaling in the book, yeah, lush. Yeah, and so I find sometimes you saying about having a different book for different areas of your life, and sometimes that's helpful. The only thing I find as well, that's not the only thing when I'm saying lots of things. Something else I find I need to bear in mind is that, like, it's more things to have to check as well. So if you've got something that's working for you as far as like you look at it every day, the most important thing should go in there, I think, and then you do tend to keep coming back to it. But yeah, like you know, we're all different. We all find different things that work for us. I just find when I start too many, I'm like, oh, I'll have a separate dream journal. I'll have a different, separate, you know, everything basically, and then it doesn't. It says, look at all the rolls of washi I've never seen. There are so many all over my desk right now, and there's even more like up on the wall on my like pegboard behind me. I just love it. I love being able to just kind of pull it down and get in where I want it to be. Okay, so this is going to be my daily check-in, which is like a mini diary, which if you're thinking you can't keep a diary, this, I promise you, you'll keep this. Although you'll see now that I haven't literally kept it every single day, but nearly. Okay, so where did I go? I think I was like right at the bottom, and it fits 30, and I think it was 5 across, or was it 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across. Okay, so let's do that. So I'm going to start right in the corner. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. And is it 6 up as well? I feel like it might be a bit taller than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, what I love about having it all set up is that it feels so supportive. It's like you've already made your own sacred special container for the month, and then you can just like fill it in. Yeah, dreams in the same book as your planning is really useful for context, and I think other things too is interesting when you look at it together with what else is going on in your life. It's like, oh yeah. So I just have a spread in my journal for dreams. Let me see if I can show you. Where is it? This is like my second one for a year, so I've, you know, look in my contents. That would be the sensible place to look, isn't it? Dream journal, page 19. 18. Oh, I was almost there. Look, dream journal. Yeah. And then when that's full, I'll just make another dream journal, and then I'll just note that in the index then. Alongside the first one, I'll write it in the other page as well on it. And sometimes I'll make a new entry as well. Did I go far enough across here now? Okay. I probably should have gone one more over, but I can put a bit of washi or something on this page to make it look pretty as well. Nice. Oh, someone else at the door now. That was the good thing about when I was up in the attic, is that it didn't, like when if I was doing live streaming or anything like that, was where I did my my famous live streams. Where I was showing the bullet journal setting up and stuff like that, was up in the attic, and so when people were like knocking the door and things, it didn't matter because I was busy and out of the way. And whereas now where I am is like right at the front of the house, when people are delivering things, they can see me and they're like, why are you not answering the door? but usually they just get the message if I ignore them. And sometimes I just answer the door if it's something important that I'm expecting, but most of the time it's not. It's just something, you know, it's not. I can see I've messed this up now as well. Have I done, that box looks slightly longer to me, but there we go. Maybe it isn't, maybe it's just a trick of my eyes. Okay, so this is my daily check-in. I need some washi on the top of this to make like a nice edge. And I think we'll have something going down the side as well. This is all looking very yellow, so I think I'll use some blue on that top piece. So I think last time I did like a little, did I just write it? I think I wrote it on some like graph paper or something out of here. So let's have a look what I've got in here that might be nice to use. I think I used this, which is nice. So I'm going to do that again. But I want something darker up here as well. If I use some of that darker blue washi, yeah, to go behind it. Oh, Savannah, that's funny. That's what Kyra was just saying, that she found it, that's how she found my channel as well. Yeah. And like they were so like bad lighting and stuff like that, but like I really believe in it. I really believe in journaling being so helpful for people, and I think that came across in those videos and people got excited about it, and so many people are just like using it. Ollie says, do I miss the attic? I kind of do miss the attic, but I also don't, because I feel more like part of everything else down here. So like it's nicer for like doing videos being in the attic, but then when I'm just generally doing stuff in my room, I find it more like in the thick of things down here, I guess. So there's pros and cons in there, like with everything. Okay, so I'm just going to keep it really simple and just do something like this. Yeah, you know, it's like very basic and cute. So how's that? So I need to write the days on these as well. Maybe I'll use the blue, the light blue, to make the little boxes, and to put a bit more blue underneath that. And that sticker is playing up as well. Get a bit more blue on this page as well. So yeah, I just write with a really tiny pen every day, just a little diary entry for that day, like a kind of old school diary entry, like what I've been up to that day. I've got a bit of glue on here, that's why I'm rubbing this madly with my fingers. And it's really cool to just look back on the month in like a month at a glance like that, and see what I was doing, feeling. And it's surprising, like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's like 7 lines, and if you write really small, it's surprising how much you can fit in. But it's like not like a daunting, like sitting down. I think this is sort of a similar idea to those like one-line journals. Have you seen those? Like when you get like a whole book, a year book, and every day has just got like one line. I think it's a similar idea to that, isn't it? But yeah, I find it good. It was actually something that I started doing for my daughter in her bullet journal, because she likes to bullet journal, but she doesn't like to set them up, which is fine by me because I like to set them up. And she'd seen, I think like on Pinterest or on a video or something, somebody doing this like micro diary thing, and I started doing it for her, and I was like, oh, I wonder if that'll work for me, and it does. So that's fun. I love it when months have got 30 days as well, because it means they fit really nicely on the page. Yeah, so the attic now is kind of like a storage space, I guess, really. Although, oh, that's kind of cold now. We must have already been a while. My husband has got some of his stuff up there. He's got like collections of things, and my sister and her family are going to be staying with us for a while. So her husband works, he like makes like pebble art and stuff like that, and so he's going to be working from up there. So we've had to like clear a space so that he can get up there and work in that space. So there's not too many spreads left now. We're nearly there. So I've got my astrology notes, which is, again, I'm just going to like kind of set up as a bones type page. Let me show you my one for May. I made these like stickers. Hopefully I've got them handy yet. Cool. They're like really crappy. I'll do them properly at some point. I was just kind of seeing if it would work for me first. It's basically just like the zodiac on a wheel, and then I just draw on where all the planets are. I used to take out the one that is in here, which is also great and is a good option, but it's just a little bit bigger, and it was taking up just a little bit too much space in my book, so I've been doing these like slightly smaller ones and finding that good. So let's set that page up. This is really easy. If you don't do astrology, obviously this is not going to be useful for you, but if you do, I think it's really good to have it here all in one page. And it's also really good if you're like learning, because you can go back and see like what kind of if you've done any like kind of predictive stuff, you can go back and see how that's oh, no problem, Savannah. Yeah, it should be up. I think it's been ages since I've done a live, but I think YouTube like puts it up straight away almost, or like processes it and then puts it up. So yes, it will definitely all be available later on, as long as like I haven't done anything wrong in that setup process. So yeah, it should be, you know, as long as YouTube does it all fine, then that should be fine. Carrie says, send help. Gemini season's lined up by 12th house. Yeah, Gemini season. I like so many planets are crossing over because I'm a Gemini sun and my Mercury's in Gemini. So yeah, and Mercury's obviously retrograding over Taurus and Gemini at the moment as well. So it's a lot at the moment. It's fun and kind of not. Oh, the helicopter is out now. Fun. So it's kind of like a double page spread. This is like the astrology and the month ahead, and I also put my weaver on here as well. Like I said, every month I take a weaver, so this was my weaver, and I just used my little printer to print out my cards and my weaver. So I think I'm just literally going to make the frame, because like this video is getting long, isn't it? I don't want to be keeping you all for too long. I don't really want to use that blue. I think I'm going to use the yellow. So let's go. I'll put the sticker on, because if I do mess up, I can always stick another one over the top later on. If sometimes I mess up when I'm filling it in. So I just literally draw the planets on and like little arrows to show which where they are. Obviously there's an awful lot of action, and yeah, you must be feeling all that Aries action as well, sure. Kyra, because I know you've got a lot of Aries in your chart as well, a strong emphasis in Aries in your chart. Oh, that's sweet. Yeah. Oh god, I can't peel this bloody sticker now. Oh This is why making your own stickers is slightly less satisfying than having beautiful ones out of books. Okay, although obviously you do have, and I'm hoping coming up to Christmas, I'm hoping to get an iPad, and I'm going to be able to, I'd like to stick it in on the orientation of my rising, which is Aries, so that it kind of all applies. I can see how it applies to my houses as well. Yeah, and I'm hoping to be able to start making more of my own like stickers and things on like Procreate and stuff on there. I do it, my daughter's got one and I have a little play sometimes and I love it. But yeah, I think that's going to be like a little Christmas present for myself, which will be nice, because I never really like got into the whole digital art thing yet. I feel like it might be something that's coming, you know. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I'm just kind of winging it now. This pen has seen better days. It's getting a bit feathery. Okay, so that's kind of rough and ready, but we are going with that. I want to use that orange. I'm just always so drawn to the orangey stuff. Let's use this. A bit more yellowy instead. I might, you know, I know I said I wasn't going to raid the kids' washi, but I know they probably will have some fun yellow ones in there, so I might get them and add a little bit more yellowy stuff. Yeah, so what I tend to do with this is I write all the ingresses down, with the planets that are moving into new signs, and I also make notes of like any personal transits which are affecting me. I also, this is my rune, I pulled my runes for the first 6 months of the year. I think I put my spear one. Did I put it in here? Maybe I didn't. I felt like I printed them all off and put them in here, but I probably put them safe somewhere else. So I can put my rune for June here as well. I'll just stick it here. So I kind of like got all of my divination-y stuff, my kind of like preparation for it, ready for the month. So I'm kind of like put everything down that is like giving me my heads up, I guess. This is like my heads up for the month. And I tend to do this as well before I fill in my goals, because I feel like I need to know like what is going to be going on with this before I do this and before I do this. So it's all so connected, and that's why I love having like the mundane and the magical all together in one book, because it is really connected. The only reason I'm thinking of starting a separate tarot journal is because I'm wanting to do more like deep study of the cards, and so I feel like having a separate book for that would be kind of supportive of that. Guys doesn't call it mayhem. And then rejuvenation. Oh, I love that. Yeah, that sounds exciting. So yeah, I probably need to add a little bit more stuff on here, and I think I'll add like a June. Maybe I'll just write June with the light blue. Yeah, I think the light blue. Let's go with it. Yeah. And so it just needs like a few more things, there's like some stickers and things like that on here, and for me to fill this in, and then it's just mostly a lot of writing on this page. Like there will be more stickers obviously, because there'll be the stickers of my cards that I pull and stuff like that. I usually do the reading on like the day of the, so again I'm looking at this blue background, or maybe yellow background. These are gorgeous. And then yeah, I tend to do it like the night before the next entry. Oh, some of these are nice for astrology, aren't they? So maybe we will go with perhaps this. It's kind of goldy, but I think it could work. I'm going to put it here because I'm going to end up with more stickers over here because I'll have decisions. I'll have my cards and things like that all stuck in here, so this will end up looking quite busy and nice anyway once it is done. Okay, and we're on to our dailies, guys. Let's do it. So this should be straightforward because, you know, I do this one a lot, although, you know, who knows. Right. Corner rounder. So I've been doing this one now for a couple of months like this, and it works really nicely. It's really simple and it looks really nice, I think, straight away. So I will have a couple of days of May left, which is why I've written this, because otherwise I'll forget and I'll just start writing number 1 on the 1st on Monday, even though that's not actually the case. I'm just clearing off some space because I'm going to put some of these washies away because I want to be able to get to my stamps, which are behind. So let's grab them. So I want June, and I think I'm going to do it all in lowercase. These were my kids' stamps. I say were because they don't usually get a look in on these now because they kind of live on my desk. I do kind of covet those like gorgeous, like vintagey looking stamp sets. So maybe one day I will treat myself to one of those. Why can I not see J? It's probably like literally right in front of me, isn't it? I want like the lowercase J. Yay, there it is. Okay, J. I think that's technically N, but I can use it as U. I can also use it as N if I just turn it over. And then E. Where's E? There it is. Okay. Right. So I think I'm going to use the goldy colour again for these, although they've been stamped so many times it might not come out that well. We'll see. Everyone's still alive and okay out there? Are you still with me? Okay, J, U, N. And I tend to then just use my colours for the month and kind of just mix and match a little bit on my dailies or weeklies, whatever you call them. I call them like dailies because I have it one little slot for each day, but I guess kind of it's a weekly because it's you know, it's the whole week is on there. And what on earth, I got like a little stamp on there now which I didn't want. There you go, it's one of those things. So it's the 30th and the 31st. I'm going to use my ephemera again now, and I just use little pieces of paper. I did a video of this, not this setup obviously because I'm doing it now, but you know, I mean, this a similar setup to this already, and will be shorter. So if you're short on time, you might want to watch that instead. There we go, and I think maybe some of this lighter. And I'll use a bit of washi as well. I just love how quickly this comes together, this spread. And hopefully it's also working. No one said anything in the chat for a little while, so I'm getting a bit like, oh, is everyone still there? It's really easy and it really looks beautiful, I think. So I really love using these daily spreads. They're really like inspiring to use. Oops. Okay. So yeah, you will have seen obviously that I'm not very precious about my journal. Yeah, it is precious. It's totally precious to me, but I don't worry about it being like perfect or anything like that because it's perfect as it is. It is like, it can deal with some bumps and bruises like me. Oh, hey Riri. Oh, cool. Yeah, you are still there. That's good. I can see a few people speaking to me, so that is lovely. I was worried for some reason like the video had like frozen or something like that, which it sometimes does, especially on these like long, like how long have we been? What time is it now? Yeah, so we're like, I started at 2:30, it's 3:30, so we've been like an hour and 40 minutes. It's long. Oh, nice. Thank you, Jude. That's lovely. And yeah, totally. You carry on with what you're doing. So I got 4 days there, and then I'll have 3 days over here. So I will use. What shall I use? Maybe some butterflies. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna go up here. I'll use that in that corner there. Maybe take that very top piece off as well. Okay, that's nice. And so you basically just make little tabs for each of the days. And like it looks probably like a bit like random now, if you haven't seen me do this setup before, but it all comes together. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need 2 more. So what? Maybe this sideways circles of blue. That'd be nice. I'll go there with that. Yeah, nice. And something here, which I think will be paper again. Maybe some black, just to kind of ground it a little bit. Yeah, I think that'll be nice. I don't want it to be too stiff, so I'm gonna take a little bit of edge off it. Just make a little torn shape. Okay, yeah, that's nice. Just to ground it. Okay. Maybe need to bring that down just a touch. So that day's going to be really skinny otherwise, but that happens sometimes. It's okay. Right. Now I want to like layer them up a little bit. So I'm going to use some of this over this. Oops. And yeah, add some of that. Yeah. I got some nice washi. Where's that? This, which has got it's like stamps. I love this. This is one. I think this is from Notebook Therapy. And they just, yeah. Look at that. They just look really lovely. I'm gonna use another one of those actually over here. So basically that's just kind of setting up the days. Yeah, I love that. So it's taking shape now for me. I feel like that's kind of coming together. Oh, there's more blue there. I'll keep that one out as well and put some of these others away because it's getting a bit out of control. Down here. Oh, that would be, that's kind of maybe a bit too orangey. I was using that last month as well. Let's pop those back up. This one is nice. Oh, where's that really fat one? Wide one, I should say. There. I think I used that. Maybe over the top of that, or over the top of that. Yeah. So this is already looking more to my like taste, as more like a vintagey kind of feel to it. Use some of this dark blue. Ooh. Right, and I'm going to get some stickers out as well and use some of these maybe. This gonna be too big for this, but I can maybe use it there, actually, under there. Maybe that. It's maybe a bit too big as well. Got so many stickers that I always am on the lookout for more. Because, you know, you can never really have too many stickers. Maybe that might be nice on there, actually. Yeah. Okay. So these are like kind of tree lungs, which I love. This was from a set that I got off Amazon at the beginning of the year, I think. I definitely showed them in like a flip through thing if you're interested in those stickers. It's a bit big, maybe to go there. Should I put this over here? No, I want a bigger sticker on that, like a... Okay, so I'm going to get my sticker book back out. And yeah, if you're thinking this still looks a bit strange, you'd be right. Maybe I'll use my other half that I used earlier on in the spread. But it's not going to work on any of those now, so I won't. I'll keep that for another time. So I really want something with a yellowy background now. This is the yellow. This is not like a bright yellow. Or maybe, yeah, yes. Okay, let's go with this. Yeah, nice. Okay, and something little on here. Maybe that. Maybe another moon. I'm gonna turn it that way. No, it's gonna be waning. Okay, good. That's not stuck in, obviously. Right, now here's where it takes shape, hopefully. So I've got to remember that it's the 31st. Okay, so Carrie, this is my dailies. These are my dailies. Where's my little, there we go. Okay. So I've got to remember this 30th and 31st, so I'm going to get that on there now. So I'm just using the stencil. You could definitely use the colours, but I find I'm really enjoying seeing like the black shapes of the, it just looks kind of cool to me, the kind of sharpness of the black against the white page. I have been fancying up though, you know those like craft paper journals, which are like obviously craft paper pages, so they kind of like beigey brownie pages. They look really cool. I don't know how practical they would be as a, I don't know, I suppose it probably is the same, isn't it? Especially if you're actually just like writing in on it with black, that would look nice. If you use one of those, let me know what you think of it. I would like to know. I have been eyeing one of those up for a potential tarot journal because I want to be doing more like kind of Frodo. It's because it's the weekend. There's a lot of like action happening outside in my neighbourhood. People are out and about, and he's like, "There's people outside." Like, I know. It doesn't matter. So now we're into June proper, the 1st of June on the Wednesday. Oh, I forgot for a second about that calendar page as well. I'm going to have to go back and sort that out. Yeah, that'll be fun. Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do that. Maybe we won't do that all together because I'm sure you guys will have other things to do. Although I know you are doing other things while we're doing this, so that's kind of nice as well, isn't it? The 3rd of June. And so this circly one that I've done then with the moon is my birthday, because that is on the 4th. And I'm going to be 44 on the 4th, which does feel like a special thing, being 44 on the 4th. might go half over this washi here, I think. I like to do that sometimes. Some of the washies are good for that and some of them are not. It depends on like whether they've got like a coating on them. But you know, you can play around with it and see if you like that or not. And let me know if you do use any of these pages, like these setups, because that would be fun to know. When we did those live setups before, then people would, and then sometimes still now and again, people will like tag me like on Instagram. Although if you've been following me on Instagram at the moment, it's not a good place for me right now because I know it's happening to everyone, like loads of people at the moment, but someone has cloned my account on there and are pretending to be me, and they're like sending DMs to people saying like, oh, I sensed your energy and you need a reading and all this kind of bullshit. It's like, ugh, it's really gross. And Instagram don't care at all. Lots of people have contacted them. I've contacted them using all of the available options, and they obviously just don't really want to do anything about it. So it's not a fun place for me at the moment. Because like, even though I know it's not my fault, it still feels horrible to think that like someone's trying to like scam people in my name. Oh, thank you, Kyra. You are a sweetheart. Thanks for the reminder. I guess I just feel conscious when it's been so long that yeah, it is. You're right. I'm just kind of being like, because people shouldn't want to hang out with me for that long. So, okay, I think I'm going to write the days with the light blue, even though that's going to be light. I think it's going to be okay. So the days come in now. Let me hold this down so you can actually see what I'm doing. And I write them long, so that you can have some separation. And they're obviously slightly uneven in size, and that's fine. Like, I don't find I do exactly the same amount of things every day anyway, so, and you're probably the same. There's always enough space to write what I need in the spaces, so. So that's kind of cute, yeah. And then I have like a little notes down here. And I think we need like a little bit of something here. Let's put a bit of washi up there. Nice. And then this middle section, this is for my to-do list, and let's do that with this. It's like, I have like a to-do, and then I have like a little shopping list of things I need to remember to get, and then I have a next week, which I'll try and, this chair is getting on my nerves. I don't even notice it when I'm not, obviously when I'm not filming, because it doesn't matter. It's creaking away. Okay, so I'm just gonna letter this in really kind of basic. And like, obviously you use whatever sections you need. I just find these things are helpful to kind of have on this little flap, because I know it's there. It kind of keeps me on track during the week, and then I can copy over anything that I need to do the following week from this little next week. It's kind of there to kind of be a holding space before I make the spread for next week. And then here I'm going to put, I have like a meal plan, meals tracker, not tracker, like a plan, a meal planner. And just do breakfast, lunch, dinner, 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 breakfast, lunch, dinner. I feel like there's probably one more. Let me draw in these yellows, give it a little bit of like separation. And I suspect next week there'll be lots of nice things to eat going on, because it's actually my husband's birthday on the 31st, and it is my birthday on the 4th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So yeah, I expect there will be many takeaway or a meal out this week. Okay, so I think I am going to put this sticker here. I think it needs something behind it. I really do wish I had some more like yellowy, just like plainish yellowy washi, and I don't. But this is the only one that I've got, which is why I keep using this one again and again and again. I'm going to put that there. Oh, okay, so this sticker's proven. Oh, no, it's good, it's good. I sometimes use this as like just make a little note as well of how much money I've spent on the food, but that'll be enough space to put there. And that is basically the daily. I might put another sticker on that actually, so that looks still a bit plain. Like a small blue sticker. Maybe this. Yeah, okay, that blends in nice with the lighter blue as well. It's got kind of shades of blue. So let's have a look. And I think, so we got the title, the fitness tracker. I've got my calendar, which I need to do something about. What am I going to do about that? I don't know. We'll have to make a little plan. I might just like black it out with something. Maybe put some like quotes or do some little collage or something like that. Might be fun. And then I've got my goals page, my everyday magic page, my habit tracker, my daily check-in, like the mini diary. I really recommend giving that a try if you haven't tried anything like that before. My astrology, my month ahead, my like kind of like I said, my heads up for the month kind of page. And then my dailies. And I'm going to leave it there because we are on 2 hours, and I'll fix my mistakes. And maybe I'll share a little flip through, like a little flip through video once it is done. Or maybe I'll just put some photos in my community tab or something like that. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It's been really cool and really nice as well. Like not super busy in the chat, which is nice because you're just getting on with your own journals and stuff as well. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I will see you very soon. Bye. And I've got to figure out how to like not be live anymore.